Hey friends, today I'm going to show you a little bit that you can use for shoulder mobility. And when you have a lot of neck and shoulder tension, like right between your rhomboids, like right here, when you have tension there, these are some of our favorite little stretches. So something that you will need is a ball. You can use a foam roller. It's not ideal. We love the Yamana brand, and we want a ball that at least squishes. So if you have a nice little like cheapy something from the dollar store or Walmart, a kid's ball, that will also work just fine. Or if you want something a little bit more precise and you want to be able to relax into the floor, especially if you have a lot of tension and your shoulders are aching, I might suggest you use this ball versus this ball because you're actually going to have to stabilize yourself more the higher up you are in the air because the ball is a little bit bigger. So I will be showing you actually with this one so you can see where it is placed, but you can use a smaller ball for this, absolutely. So our very first one, you ready? Is pecs. The reason why we like to start in the pecs is when these big giant muscles get really tight, they pull our shoulders forward, and then we walk around like this. And then guess what? Our shoulder gets stuck and tight because our pec is pulled forward, and literally with my pec forward and not even trying, like this is all the range of motion I get, right? So of course, our deltoid is having to work way harder when just simply our pecs are tight, and then the rest of our shoulder harness goes, I'll save you, and locks down. So when we can open up the pecs, it'll allow our traps to release and our rhomboids to release. And it will put us up in a better position so that gravity is no longer wearing us down either, okay? So first one is pecs. We're gonna get into a scorpion pose. If you know what that looks like, we're going to lay on our stomach and we're gonna place the ball right into our pec. An easy way to know where the pec is we can stick 4 fingers into the armpit, and where our thumb kind of falls, there's like a hole in our shoulder right here. This is exactly where that ball is going to put pressure on. So we're gonna go right into that spot in the pec. We're gonna stick this arm that we're trying to mobilize out to 90, and we're gonna rock onto our same side hip. So I'm working my right shoulder, I'm gonna rock onto my right side, and I can place my opposite hand, which is my left, onto the floor for stability. I'm wondering if you can see all of this. So we're here, see where my hips are, and then I'm reaching through the palm that I'm stretching. So my right arm is not only out to a 90, but now I'm thinking about if I had a piece of paper under my hand, I'm pressing that piece of paper away. Did you feel that connective tissue tighten? And now you can rotate your palm up and rotate your palm down. When you rotate your palm up, you might feel a nice little stretch in your bicep, and then reach farther away, reaching from your shoulder, reaching through your pec, and then palm back down. And then to get out, we're just gonna slowly rock back to center, move the ball to the left-hand side. Remember, you can use your opposite hand, stick your hand in your armpit, find that hole in your shoulder. There's my location, rock onto that side. The same side of pec that I'm working on, that arm's gonna go out to 90 degrees. I'm gonna stack my hips and rotate them as close as I can. If I have no range of motion, if my shoulder's really stuck, this might be as far as you can get, and that's totally fine. As you continue to do this, you will start to notice that your hips are able to rotate a little bit farther each time. And you're gonna be stabilizing yourself with the opposite side hand, right? And now we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna press that same side, that pec, and reach away, reaching from the pec. And then we're gonna rotate the palm back up towards the sky. Ooh, that actually, I feel that more in my pec and not even in my bicep. I'm reaching, pushing, And then we're gonna go palm back down. And then we're gonna go palm back up again. And then we're gonna go palm back down. I'm gonna lower my shoulders, rotate my knees to the ground, which will rotate my upper body to the ground. Another one that I really, really love is lats. So especially when you're swimming, we use our lats a lot in the pool, right? So we are going to take this same side. You can totally get up into your triceps. So I like to use that 4 fingers again. Stick my pinky in my armpit, and right where my finger ends, all of this is totally going to help us release the lat. And of course, if you go down a little bit further, that's fine too. You might too long might just make your arms tired, right? And then the opposite, I stick my pointer finger in the base of my armpit, rock down, and it will oftentimes take me right to the base of my scapula. All of this area from here to here is totally fair game. In fact, I am going to work all of it. I like to start in the center and work down, start in the center and work back up. And then I rock back off. So what that looks like in practice is I am here. That ball is just right in my armpit. I wonder if this makes it easier for you guys to see now that I'm my giantness. Okay, so my ball is just right there in my armpit. You see where it is? And then I can come up on my fingertips and then reach away, really reach. And now I'm not going to rock forward and back. This is what a lot of people tend to do. We're gonna keep that same spot anchored into the ball, and the only movement that's gonna happen is this top shoulder. So left shoulder is staying right where it is, and the top shoulder is gonna pull forward, and then it's gonna pull back. And it's gonna mobilize that tissue. Sometimes I have to stagger my legs so that I don't fall off of the ball. So here I am, I'm reaching. I'm stuck to the ball, same place, not moving my body forward or back, just my shoulder. The only thing that's moving is my top shoulder. It is going forward. It is going back. And we're gonna do a total of 3. So there's 2. And here's 3. You feel it get all those different lines of fascia? Okay, so now we're gonna move the ball 2 inches down. It's still going to work some of the fascia we just worked, and we are going to tip, right? We're gonna tip the top shoulder forward and backwards, and we're gonna do this for 3 times again. Here's 2, and backwards. I just got done with a really good swim, so my lats feel real tight, and this feels awesome. Good. And then we're gonna go 2 more inches down. You'll notice this is by the bottom of your scapula, and you don't have to point your shoulder. I'm just doing it so you guys can see it. You can be nice and relaxed here. You can be nice and relaxed here. Here's 2 rotations, really opening our chest up to the sky, all the way down, and opening the chest up to the sky. And now that we've made it all the way down, it is almost always 3 spots from the armpit down to the bottom of the scapula, or those 4 fingers. And now we'll go 2 inches above the elbow, oh my gosh, my brain, armpit. 2 inches above. We're gonna reach again. We're always reaching. If we forget to reach, we're gonna miss like a huge amount of the stretch. You can probably feel it as soon as you start reaching. And we're gonna tip forward and back and forward and back. Tricep might not be so spicy. Good. And then you'll do 2 inches up and forward and back and forward, making sure that you're resisting trying to rock on that ball. The ball should be completely stagnant. Just your top shoulder is moving. All right, one other one that I really love is actually something that you can do very easily while you are still laying in bed, especially when we're stuck in a forward posture all day long, whether we're driving in our car, whether it is texting, reading a book, anything. We just fall into what I call the 21st century posture, which is this, right? This is the 21st century posture. So what I would highly suggest you do before you get out of bed even, and before you start getting out of bed and then going back to bed, this is a great time for you to take some pillows that you already own, wrap them in sheets to give them a little bit more stability, and then place it by your hips. So I'm gonna show you, I hope I can fit in the frame. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna go really far away, so hopefully you can see me. I am going to mimic it with this ball, but you're gonna take your pile of pillows and place it right at the base of your spine. Let's scoot down a little bit more. And here I'm going to drape over. It's going to open my chest. Woo, this is really intense. I've never done it with this ball before, but we're gonna open up your arms here to the side, and the top of your head will touch the floor. Or you can build it up with, ooh, I would not do it with that ball. It is super important to not do it with a foam roller that's really long, because the idea is to open up your sternum, which is going to open up this whole diaphragm. Because when our diaphragm is really tight and stuck, even if your pecs are nice and open, you're still gonna be stuck in this forward posture. But when we can undo, there's so much fascia in our stomach. When we can undo that, it allows us to stand up in a better way, which will actually also help us engage our lats, right? So with a pillow and some blankets, wrap them up, stick them at your base of your hips. If you are so tight that you still can't touch your bed, then absolutely build up your head, build up your arms. We don't want anything to feel pinchy, ouchy, anything like that. You can always adjust the height at which you are opening up your diaphragm and slowly build that as you become more comfortable, and always just build up. We don't want your body, if your arms are dangling there, it's going to actually it's not going to get the benefit. So don't feel like you have to suffer through it. It can overstimulate your nervous system, cause your muscles to actually tighten versus release. Kind of like if you do a straight-legged deadlift, how you're super sore afterwards. It can be kind of to that same effect. So anyways, if you have any questions about maybe even a specific thing for your shoulder and your lack of range of motion, or you can't get a muscle to fire, almost always, it's because that muscle is actually stuck in flexion already, trying to keep you safe. So if we can go in there, get it to activate through releasing it specifically, you'll have a much stronger, faster stroke, you'll have less pain, and obviously increase mobility. So, all right, my friends, tell me what you got. See you soon. Bye.